What's up, everyone? Want to give an update on the Nomad. Had it just about a year now. Thoroughly enjoyed it, having it bagged, but as you can see, it's actually up on jack stands right now. So had a little bit of problem going to local car show back a week and a half ago, and all of a sudden heard something rubbing pretty good. Was able to pull over fast enough, and then it pretty much just seized up. And with that, ended up getting a tow truck. It was less than a mile from the house, so it was probably AAA's shortest tow ever to get it back home. But actually what happened was the carrier bearing decided to get destroyed. And as the carrier bearing let loose, it took the e-brake cable with it. And obviously snapped the e-brake cable in two pieces, was able to pull it out. These are notorious for going out on these cars. They are in the middle of the X-frame, which makes it really nice to be able to get to. It's a terrible design by Chevy, but it is what it is. So I ended up going and getting a new inline, I think it's Inland Empire carrier bearing, and then took it down to local Driveshaft shop, which made the drive shaft for the C10 with the LS swap that I'm doing in it. They took the carrier bearing, they put in a rear slip joint, and I'll show you guys what the new drive shaft looks like now. So you can see this is the new Inland carrier bearing. It's a lot beefier than the old one. The rubber piece from the old one is MIA somewhere. They cleaned up the drive shaft and then put in rear slip for the rear part of the drive shaft. This allows for the articulation of the wheel as the airbags go up and down. It gives play in here because the factory one is solid from that U-joint to here, here, up to the front. So this play here should give me plenty of play. I went to Driveshaft Specialists in Tampa. They're right off of State Road 60, Adamo Drive, just past 301. Again, they're the same place that did the drive shaft for the C10 swap. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this in, show you guys what's involved. It's not the easiest, but it's, you know, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'd probably say a 4 or 5. Biggest thing is just maneuvering to get the carrier bearing up in there, get the bolt holes to where they fit in the bottom of the X-frame, and then adjust it with the rear axle with the slip to get it bolted in. So here we go. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is feed the drive shaft up through the center section of the X-frame. Before we get it up in there, we'll go ahead and take off my name on it. Getting caught up on something in there. Try and keep the carrier bearing flat, because that's going to make your job a lot easier. All right, so what I did, I'll show you from underneath here on the front side of it, the drive shaft has to get through that hole. So I pushed it back just a hair, was able to lift it up to get it where it's sitting out of that hole, and then I can pull it through the rest of the way. It's definitely a lot of back and forth. To get it through. But just take your time and it'll make it through. And now should be just about to where I can put it in the trans, get it lined up. There we go. All right, we are in. So as you can see, the drive shaft is now in the transmission. I do have one bolt lined up here already. Actually, I've got both. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the bolts in. And for right now, I'm just gonna do them finger tight. So when I attach the transmission, not the transmission, when I attach the drive shaft to the rear axle, I've got some play. So this needs to come back just a hair to get this one in. There we go. Right. Back off just a little bit, give us some room. So you can see we've got good engagement into the transmission. Don't know if you can really see in through the hole. See the carrier bearing in there. So now we're going to go to the back and bolt it up to the axle. It's hotter than shit right now in Florida, so for y'all that live up north talking about working in the winter and the snow, we'd much rather have that than some of this shit. But here we go. So now this is fairly simple. Again, as I said earlier, the hardest part about this is getting the drive shaft to line up in the axle. It was a pain to take it out, again, because there was no adjustment there. But hopefully, with the slip, it'll make it a lot easier. Alright, so I got that off. We are going to have to turn it some just to get it to line up. Good thing is that wheel is already off the ground, and since I don't have a posi, it's not that hard. All right. So you can see that movement I just had because of the rear slip. Help me get it lined up. Off just a hair. There we go. That should be good enough to then get our U-bolt started. Alright. Make sure you don't lose your little lock washers. And make sure you get your U-joints in those little tabs. You'll see once I get this one started and on what I'm talking about. Alright, so we got that one finger tight. Get that in. Go. And my bolts for the top are on the other side. I'm gonna go ahead and get this a little bit tighter just to help hold it in enough. Alright, we are good there. So now I'm going to put the car in neutral so I can spin it the rest of the way. Alright, so after far too much of a pain in the ass, I end up having to back off the U-bolts, push the U-joint in, get it in there just right, and then by hand kind of push up and in, and it's a tight fit, but I may have been able to shave the caps down a hair, but it was able to go in just enough where it fits in and we're good to go. So now we're going to tighten up the carrier bearing bolts and we'll be good to go. Alright, so now we'll go to the carrier bearing bolts. These I believe are 5/8. 9/16. Alright, so you can see we've got the drive shaft going up into the transmission, no issues there. Carrier bearing bolts in, and then the drive shaft comes out the X-frame into the rear diff. And that's how you put the drive shaft with a new carrier bearing and the rear slip into a Chevy Impala or a Nomad like mine. So I'm now gonna go get out the jack stands and we'll be good to go. Thanks for watching.